How easy do you think the baby will come out? So, I don't know if you guys have seen, but people are making memes and TikToks saying two things. One, that my child is going to be bullied in school. And two, they're making TikToks about my delivery of my child and like children going down water slides.
I actually haven't seen any of that. I haven't been on TikTok, though.
Well, those are majority of the comments, like on my Instagram, on my TikTok, on my Twitter, just saying stuff like that. And then also just like, I feel bad for the kid because your mom did porn. I have one thing to say to that. I feel bad for you. You clearly had a terrible mom who raised a son that talks like that to women.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, guys, we are going to be once again talking about a bit of a notorious figure. Miss Lana Rhoades is now against the adult industry after being quote-unquote taken advantage of while doing some adult work. Now, guys, just a bit of a foreground for you. This woman is having a kid. I don't know if she's had it yet, but I don't think she has. She's having a kid. We don't know who the father is. And obviously now, after doing this kind of work, she wants to come out and say that the adult industry is bad, even though this woman's net worth is disgustingly high and she has been given a ridiculously large platform, guys. She does not like the way that people look at her for her decisions, which of course is very damn funny. So we have this article here, and I'm going to be pulling up some estimations of her net worth after we go through this, okay? But this is an article written by Tom Fenton, and the title is Lana Rhoades is now against the adult industry after being quote-unquote taken advantage of while doing some adult work. And as you can see, we've got some photos of Miss Lana Rhoades here. Lana Rhoades has revealed that she is now against the adult industry, having quit the industry several years ago. The former adult star reflected upon her previous life during a podcast appearance this week in what was one of her very first interviews since becoming a mother for the first time. So she might have had her kid by now, but of course we don't know who the dad is, and hey, she probably doesn't either. Right, but the 25-year-old gave birth to son Milo back in January, so there we go. Although at her request, the identity of the father is still not known. So she has ended up having the kid, going through with it, and we don't know who the father is. Now, of course, if we did know who the father is, the funny part about this, right, is girls who make decisions like this, no dude with self-respect wants to be associated with them. Okay, we saw, I think, was it Riley Reid got married. One of the big stars, quote unquote stars, got married, and everyone was just clowning her boyfriend, and rightfully so. Okay, a lot of these girls really not marriage material, and the guys who take them seriously are a bit of a laughing stock on the internet. So, on a recent episode of bodybuilder turned YouTuber Bradley Martin's Raw Talk podcast, Rhoades spoke frankly about her time in the industry and the damaging nature of the industry as a whole. I love stuff like this, man, right? Because girls will come out here and they'll say, oh man, you know, hookup culture is so damaging, right? Or the adult industry is so damaging. Yeah, everybody could have told you this. Your dad could have told you this. This is why people say that these women don't have father figures, and they crack jokes at, like, you know, them not having a father in their life and stuff. The reason why people crack those jokes is because a lot of the time it's true. Okay, I saw a comment on one of these episodes a while ago. One of you guys left a comment which was like, you know, everybody could have told these women that hookup culture was bad. Everybody. You can talk to your uncle, your father, your brother, your pastor, okay? But who do they listen to, guys? They listen to the womanists. And I thought that was a fantastic comment. Let's continue. I just didn't have a great experience in the industry, and I don't think that it's great for other women or even men, Rhoades said. I myself am against this now from my own experiences. There's different levels to it, obviously. It's mostly hardcore stuff that I have an issue with. Everybody can do what they want. I just don't think that they're making the best decision for themselves going into that. I don't think that having these relations with people that you hardly know is good for your mental health and your heart. Wow, that's a pretty, I would describe that as a pretty patriarchal sentiment, right? Are you suggesting that going out here and getting with a whole bunch of random dudes isn't empowering? Wow, that's crazy. It's almost like our society has had that going for a while now, but you got all these individuals out here who want to be strong and empowered. And of course, they know best until their mental health suffers, guys, which of course is just very unforeseeable for these ladies who are, of course, very intelligent. After leaving the industry behind back in 2017, the American started a relationship with YouTuber and close friend Logan Paul. Mike, I don't know how to say that. While the relationship ended in 2020, the pair remained good friends, with Rhoades making the odd appearance on this channel. Okay, so right off the bat, guys, let's talk about this. This woman is complaining about the adult industry when that exact same, even if, which I don't think that she was, but hypothetically speaking, okay, if she was underpaid and it was, a bad experience for her in retrospect, this woman, as a result of the bare minimum, let's be honest, right? Going out and doing these things, it's not exactly a difficult job, okay? As a result of that, this woman has the ability to go on very, very large platforms, and even if she was paid no money for those shoots, which of course she wasn't, even if she was paid no money, it was a terrible experience, this individual can now make millions of dollars simply because she has these doors open. Okay, and as you can see, she's sitting here. I believe this is in some sort of studio or whatever, but obviously, guys, just incredibly oppressed by her decisions. And of course, she captions it with the very reasonable hot person at work. Definitely not egotistical at all. During her time on Raw Talk, the former performer also spoke about how she first got into the industry, dealing her people-pleasing attitude that she now regrets. Being an 18 or 19-year-old girl, you just don't know how to say no. You want to make everyone happy, and I was pretty much a people-pleaser. Again, guys, you will notice that this goes quite against what society says, right? Because it's interesting that society will say, oh, a woman is grown, she can make whatever decisions that she wants, blah, blah, blah. If she's 18, she's 19, she's an adult, and she's grown to make her correct decisions, okay? And society will shield her from stupid decisions. They'll shield her from everything unless it fits them, right? So she's young and manipulatable because she doesn't like the decision, but if she likes the decision, she's strong and empowered, right? Trying to play it both ways here. Eventually, Rhoades quit doing these films and suggested it was only when she began developing a presence on Instagram that she became popular in the adult world. Yeah, because what she wants to do, right, is she wants to pretend like it wasn't the studios who did the hard work or the people hiring her that put in the initial groundwork. She wants to feel like it was her and she would have made it either way. Funny. With over 16 million Instagram followers to her name, Rhoades has been able to launch a second career away from the industry as an influencer, which first began thanks to a serendipitous meeting. I had done these films for 8 months at 19. I had met another Instagram YouTube guy not affiliated with Mike or Logan Paul. Really interesting how these women, they'll regret their decisions and they'll say it was awful, and then they go on to continue making their money just by networking with high-level dudes, right? Of course, we have this photo here, 1.5 million likes on it. Very, very obviously oppressed, guys. And, she's against the industry. But of course, we have photos like this, Yep. I had never shot content with him, but he was telling me that I'm making $15,000, about 12,000 pounds, to do an Instagram post for this YouTube ad. And I was like, well, I'm getting paid $1,200 to do this scene. How is this fair? I sort of realized that I was being taken advantage of for doing this work for an amount that people were getting paid way more just to post a picture on Instagram. While being highly critical of the industry for its predatory practices, Rhoades did express support for platforms like OF, which have helped adult performers to support themselves through the pandemic. So this woman reckons she was getting $1,200 for a scene, which I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's quite good, I would gather. Built a huge platform off of it, right? The people who did this for her right? They built a huge platform off of it, and now what is she worth, guys? Let's take a look at how her oppression is going. Okay, so let's jump into this. This is her speculated net worth, and as you can see, we scrolled down a little bit. Estimated net worth of 24 million as of 2022. Now, these articles are not always accurate in people's net worth and stuff like that, but let me put it to you this way. If this girl has made less than $3 million, let's be honest, it's higher. If this woman is not a multi-millionaire with the image that she has built, she has nothing, guys. She has absolutely no brain cells. People who have this much exposure but still remain broke are an anomaly. Okay, so yeah, guys, you know, just the very oppressed woman here with the multi-million-dollar amount of cash in her back pocket, right? Lana Rhoades is a former adult actress turned digital content creator. Real name Amara Maple. She was born on the 6th of September 1996 in Chicago and has a massive social media following with over 16 million Instagram followers. I love how she gets the idea in her head that this was all her. You know what I mean? It wasn't the people that were hiring her for what I can only assume is an over amount that got her these numbers, right? It's just her. Net worth. As of 2022, Lana Rhoades has an estimated net worth of 24 mil. A large portion of her wealth has come from the entertainment industry. Wow, you don't say. A tough job with intense competition. Most performers are lucky to make just enough money to pay their monthly bills on top of the 1% that have the capability to earn millions. I'm going to stop you right there. If you're a girl and you are if you're a girl and you're in this industry in any capacity and you are struggling to pay your monthly bills, you are a terrible business person. Okay, there are so many simps out here, guys, that just throw money at women simply for existing. If you are in this industry as a woman and you are broke and you are not you're not disfigured or anything like that, it is 100% your own fault. 100%. You have to be like, you're playing life on easy mode, financially especially, and you want to get in this industry and tell me that you're broke. Man, you must have like failed base level mathematics or something to like, I don't even know how you would end up in that situation. But guys, we got to feel sorry for the workers that can't pay their monthly bills. How about you be a trucker or something, or a laborer? Okay, how about you work like men work? But no, of course, guys, we're supposed to feel a bit of, you know, sorry, empathy for them, I suppose. Lana appeared on BFF's YouTube channel with Josh Richards and Dave Portnoy, who I'm going to assume are just like big personalities, I'm going to assume. And confirmed that she now has more money than ever. Oh, there you go. Lana said she doesn't regret quitting the industry and can earn more money on her own. The actress rose to fame in 2017 after featuring in a film named Lana. Right. Background, Lana was brought up in a very religious household but spent a year in juvenile prison when she was 16 because she became involved with a bad crowd. Yeah, guys, it's always those damn bad crowds and these industries that are predatory. You know, not our own decision makings. Granted, she was 16, okay, but just any opportunity these people have to remove accountability from these women, they just take it. It's actually hilarious. At 17 years old, she became a part of a cheerleading and gymnastic team or teams. Rhoades got married at 18 but separated after 5 years together. Her husband didn't like her day job and as a result became insecure. I love this word, man. This word, it's like if dudes, right, if you're with your girlfriend or your wife, okay, and you don't want her working in the adult industry, you're insecure. That's the world we live in. You know what, guys? We should all go out here, right? Hear me out, guys, okay? We should all go out here. We'll get in relationships with women, okay? And then what we'll do, guys, is we'll go out here and we'll take other women on dinner dates and pay for trips to exotic places with those women. And then if our girl gets mad at us, guys, we will simply call them insecure. I think that's a fantastic idea. Maybe we as men have to start doing crap like that. Like, we'll just start engaging in ridiculous, out-of-line behavior, right? And then we'll just like say that women are insecure. I think that's the angle that we as men have to go, obviously. Lana Rhoades made her debut in the adult film industry in 2014 and was one of the most watched performers. Her videos have generated over 345 million views to date. In 2016, Lana became the Penthouse Pet of the Month, but she later left the adult industry in 2017. For those 3 years, she featured in 250 adult films. So for someone who was feeling very preyed upon and stuff like that. She did it for 3 years, which is kind of interesting. Now, I don't know if they released like after the date, but you would assume at least 2 years of solid recording, right? Though she still performs, she no longer stars in these films. In October 2020, she was featured on the cover of this magazine, and she continues to model for her fans on Instagram. Recent relationships. Oh, this will be interesting. Lana tries to keep her dating life private. However, whenever I see stuff like this, it's probably the dudes in the background wanting to be kept anonymous because they're embarrassed, to be honest. However, she did date YouTuber Mike. It's believed that the actress got a huge following after she was featured on his channel. The duo parted ways after Lana took photos with Bryce Hall. Bryce claimed they were just friends, but Mike would not take any of that. In his defense, Bryce said that he took the photos after getting drunk. He even assured him that it wouldn't happen again. Yeah, guys, your girl's going out here taking questionable photos with a dude. But don't worry, the dude said it won't happen again. Hilarious. Logan Paul, Mike's co-host on the Impulsive, I think this is Impulsive, isn't it? Podcast, was also a part of the dramatic breakup. After the breakup, Mike wrote the pros and cons of dating Lana. He insisted that her intention of dating Lana was to raise a family together, but this never came to be. Lana revealed her baby bump at 24 weeks. While little is known about the pregnancy, fans speculate the baby daddy could be Mike or basketball player Kevin Durant. According to her Instagram account, she had a baby named Milo. Podcasting. Oh, and she's also got an NFT. We need to do a story on this because she just scammed the hell out of her fans. But that's probably a story for another time. Guys, we're going to be calling today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments on today's episode. And yeah, we'll be leaving it there. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace. So what is going on, guys? Past Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's video. Before you head out, there's just a few announcements that I'd like to make. The first is that my editor, who goes through all of the blood, sweat, and tears of putting together these videos for us to endure, has started his own YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the video description below, so make sure that you go and show him some support by going and giving him a sub. Also, at the very bottom of the video descriptions, there is a link for those of you who are interested in becoming an editor. I'm not sure how long I'm going to leave these applications open for, but if you're interested in working with me behind the scenes, there will be a link at the very bottom of the video description. Lastly, guys, as always, don't forget to come and join us over on Locals. You guys might have noticed that a lot of YouTube content creators are kind of branching off to different platforms, and that's because we really don't know what we're allowed to say or do, and a lot of us don't really know how long we will be around for. So guys, make sure that you come and join us over on Locals. It's totally free to join. There's a support option if you're interested. There's also exclusive content and stuff like that over there, but it's totally free if you're just wanting to go and join, guys. The link is in the description, so make sure that you come and join us. But as always, guys, make sure you're taking care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.